Okay, good evening everyone. I hope you can see the screen. If you are able to see the screen and hear my voice, please type yes in the chat box so that we can start the session. Okay, coming to percentages. First of all, we are going to learn why the name come and how to solve these kind of problems. Then we are going to cover different kind of models from percentages. Okay, please, if you can hear my voice, please type yes. To percentages. Yep. Now see. So coming to this topic, percentages. As you can see, if you divide the name into two parts, like percentage. So what is meant by century? Century means that is equals to 100. So if you represent any number as a base of 100 or with respect to 100, we are going to call it as percentage. For example, if I am saying 5%, that means 5 per 100. If I am saying 10%, that means 10 per 100. Now, what is actually meant by percentage? So let us take, guys, I am having a circle and let us take this circle is equal to, let us take 30 degrees, that particular arc value. Now out of this entire circle, how much percentage of space it is occupying? So what we are going to do, as I told you, we are going to take 100 as your base always. So we are going to take 100 as our total angle. Then we are going to find out what is the percentage related to 30. So that's going to be 30 into 100 by 360. 0 0 cancel. So you are going to get 100 by 12. So if you convert that into fraction, you will get your percentage value, which is 8.33%. Okay, that means if you are taking your 360 degrees as your whole 100% value, that 30 degrees angle is 8.33% out of that 100%. Okay, so whatever the whole value you are having, you are always going to take that as 100%. Now, for example, let us take I am getting some monthly salary. Out of this monthly salary, I am using it for different expenditures, like let us take house rent, education, groceries and all. So then what I am going to take? I am going to take the total value as always 100%. From this 100%, I am going to find out all these values. So but remember, whatever may be the case, your whole value is always equals to your 100%. Now the question comes, how to solve these percentages and all. So for that, I am going to take a blank slate, then I am going to explain how to calculate the percentages and all, so that you will get better idea. Now the first part comes. Series 1. Let us take I am having 100 rupees and I am spending 10 rupees out of this 100 rupees. Then how much percentage of my total money I spent? So here in this case, what you are going to take is, remember, you are always going to take your total value as 100%. That means if your 100% is 100 rupees, then 10 rupees is what percentage? Do the cross multiplication, you will get 10%. That means out of your total amount, you have already spent 10% of that amount. So remember, always you have to take your total value as 100%. That's the first thing. Coming to the second one, then is there any rules that are in percentages? So I don't say that is rules, but That gonna be useful for you to do some calculation. So for example, x percentage of y is always equals to y percentage of x. That means 20 percentage of, let us take 300, is same as 300 percentage of 20. Why? See this one. What is meant by 20 percentage of 300? We are going to write like this. 20 percentage means 20 by 100 of 300. That is same as 300 percentage of 20. See this one, 20, 300, 20, 300. Denominator 100 and denominator 100. So remember, x percentage of y is always equals to y percentage of x. So where we are going to use these kind of formats. The first one here is, let us take, I want to calculate 40% of 50, which may seem somewhat difficult, but if I know that is same as 50% of 40. So what is 50%? 50% is half of that value. I can directly say the answer as 20. You can find out 40 percentage of 50, or you can also find out 50 percentage of 40. So remember, x percentage of y is always equals to y percentage of x. Now second one, sometimes if you convert your percentage into fraction, that will make your problem further simplified and you can easily do the calculation. For example, if somebody is asking you what is 33.33 percentage of 66, I am asking you what is 33.33 percentage of 66. That is going to take some time to do calculation. Why? Because we are going to do like this, 33.33 percentage of 66. But if I know that 33.33 percentage is same as 1 by 3, that is, if you want to calculate 33.33 percentage, you can directly calculate 1/3 of that value. So what is 1/3 of 66? 22. So 33.33 percentage of 66 is same as 1 by 3 of 66, that is 22. You can do any of that calculation. So in order to make our calculation somewhat simple, first of all we are going to learn how to convert percentage into fraction. That's our first step. So first I will tell you how to do the calculation and how to do the conversions, then only we will move on to problems. So see this one. Let us take, if I multiply any number with 1, I am going to get back the same number. I told you we are going to take the total number as always 100%. So remember, whenever you multiply any number with 1, you are going to get back 100% of that number. Similarly, whenever you multiply any number with 1 by 2, you are going to get 50% of that number, that is half of that number. Now by observing these two, we can say that whenever you want to convert your fraction into some percentage, simply multiply the number with 100. Similarly, if you want to convert from percentage to fraction, divide the number with 100. Why? Because let us take, I am having 33.33 percentage and I want to convert this into fraction. So how you are going to convert percentage to fraction? You are going to divide with 100. So exactly you are going to get 1 by 3. Similarly, I know 1 by 3 value and I want to find out what is percentage equivalent, that is fraction to percentage conversion. Then I am going to multiply the number with 100, I am going to get 33.33 percentage. So just simple thing here, whenever you want to convert your fraction into percentage, multiply the number with 100. Similarly, if you want to convert your percentage into fraction, divide the number with 100. So by doing that calculation, I will tell you the numbers which are generally useful in the examination. Try to learn all of them. After explaining everything, I will give you some time to memorize the given values. The first one, multiplying the number with 1 is same as finding out 100% of that number. Next, 1 by 2 is nothing but 50% of that number, like 1 by 2 into 100, you are going to get your 50 percentage. 1 by 3 is 33.33 percentage. 1 by 4 is 25 percentage. 1 by 5 is 20 percent, like 1 by 5 into 100, you are going to get 20. Next, 1 by 6 as 16.66 percent. 1 by 7 as 14.2857 percent. 1 by 8 as 12.5 percentage, 1 by 9 as 11.11 percentage, 1 by 10 as 10 percentage, 1 by 11 as 9.09 percentage, 1 by 12 as 8.33 percentage, 1 by 13 as 7.69 percentage, 1 by 14 as half of 1 by 7 which is 7.14%, 1 by 15 as 6.66 percentage. So whenever you want to find out these values, you can use the equivalent percentage or fractional values. For example, let us take, somebody is asking you what is 45.45 percentage of 55. As you can see here, 45 comes in 9th table. So I can say that 1 by 11 is 9.09, means this is 5 times of 9. So this value is going to be 5 by 9. You can simply, 5 by 11, because 1 by 11 is 9.09. 5 nines are 45. So you can write this number as 5 by 11 into 55. So you can easily say your answer as 25. No need to do anything. So whenever you come across from difficult percentages, convert the difficult percentage into fractional equivalent and do the calculation. That will simplify your calculations by a lot. So look at all the important percentage and note down, or if you want you can just by heart, so that we can start solving the problems. All of you please try to remember the given percentages, as many as you can, or if not, try to remember later on, but try to note it down somewhere. I will give you 3 minutes of time to see all the percentages. We are going to use them a lot while doing the calculation part. Okay, next, like there are two more basic things I want to tell you, then we will move on to the next one. Okay, so remember I told you A percentage of B is always equals to B percentage of A. That's the first one. Second one, X percentage of Y percentage of Z is always equal to XY by 100 percentage of Z. For example, if somebody is asking you what is 3% of 4% of 12, then instead of doing the entire calculation, you can simply do 3/4. 12 by 100 percentage of 12. That will give you the same answer. Okay, and last and final one, percentage increase and percentage decrease. First of all, I will explain what is meant by that, then we will move on to the problems. You can write down the notes later, because anyway this is online session, you can always find out the video later on. So just go through the recording once, from that you can prepare your own notes. Now see this one. Let us take, I am having 100 rupees. How much percentage I have to increase this 100 to make it 120? Assume that, think like this, I am having a company, that company is making 100 crores per every year. So if a company is making 100 crores every year, how much improvement I have to do in the company so that I can reach 120 crores the next year? Simple thing, initially you are getting 100 crores, you want to increase your efficiency so that next year you are going to get 120 crores. Then how much performance increase should be there? Like how much you have to increase so that you will get 120 from 100. So to do this calculation, we are going to use a formula called percentage change. Percentage change is always equals to final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. That means final value, where I want to reach? I want to reach 120. where I am starting at 100. So by 100 into 100, if you do, you are going to get 20%. That means that if you take the initial value and increase 20% of this value, you are going to get your final value. So percentage change means from your initial value, how much value you have to increase to get the desired value. Here in this case we are having 20%, or let us take, I am having let us take 120 rupees. Okay, I want to make it 98. Then how much percentage I have to decrease? I am having 120, I want to make it 98. Then how much percentage I have to decrease so that I will get 98 from 120? The same thing. Percentage change is always equal to final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. So here you are going to get, how much it is? 22 by 120 into 100. 0 0 cancel, 11 by 6, that is 110 by 6. So what is 110 by 6? Do the calculation and tell me. So 110 by 6 equals to 18.33. So that means that if you reduce this value by 18.33%, you are going to get your value. So let us see. So I am taking 120. What is 18.33% of 120? So 18.33% of 120 is equals to exactly like this, 18.33% of 120. This value equals to exactly 22. So if I reduce it by 22, I am going to get my 98. So you are having one number and you want to reach some other number. Then how much percentage you have to increase or decrease from this value to get this value, that you can learn from percentage change. I am going to repeat one last time. Let us take, I am having 90 rupees now and I want to make it 100 rupees, or let us take I am having 90 units, I want to make it 100 units. Then how much percentage I have to increase here? So for your simplification, I am not going to take 100, I will take 99. That will give you exact round figure answer. So let us take I am having 90, I want to make it 99. Then how much percentage I have to increase? That is final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. So 99 minus 90 by initial value 90 into 100. So 9 by 90 into 100, which is exactly equal to 10%. So if I increase it by 10%, I am going to get my 99. Let us check. 90 is here. What is 10% of 90? Only 9. Then I am going to get my value. So remember, whenever you are having one value and you want to reach some other value, then use the formula of percentage change. That is final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. What I told you, remember three things. Percentage change equals to final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. A percentage of B always equals to B percentage of A, that is the second one. X percentage of Y percentage of Z always equals to XY by 100 percentage of Z. Okay, these are the three things you are going to learn a lot. And one more thing here is, see, if A is 10% more than B, then B is not 10% less than A. I am going to tell you what is meant by that, but for now just remember these three. I am going to tell you this one thing, then we will move on to the problems. If A is 10% more than B, that doesn't mean that B is 10% less than A. Okay, we will see what is meant by that in a while. See this one. Let us take, I am taking 100 and 110. If you see here, 110 is 10% more than A. That is, let us take 100. If you increase it by 10%, you are going to get 110. But let us take, I am having 110 and I want to get back to 100. I should not reduce it by 10%. You are not going to get your answer. Why? From 110, 10% is going to be over 11. You are going to get only 99, but not 100. So how much I have to reduce? That is final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. So minus 10 by 110 into 100, 0 0 cancel. So 1 by 11 into 100, or you can simply say minus 9.09%. That means if you reduce this value by, minus means reducing, plus means increasing. So if you reduce this value by 9.09%, then you are going to get back your 100, because 9.09 percentage of 110 is only 10. That's why you are going to get back your 100. So remember, if B is 10% more than A, doesn't mean that, remember one thing, if B is 10% more than A, doesn't mean that A is 10% less than B. A is only 9.09% less than B. So A percentage of B, if A is 10% more than B, that's not equal to B is 10% less than A. You are not going to get your answer. If 110 is 10% more than 100, that doesn't mean that 100 is 10% less than 110. 100 is actually 9.09% less than 100. So try to remember all the things which I have told you now. Once you are done with the basic stuff, then all of you, once you are done with all the basic stuff, in the next 2 or 3 minutes, try to solve this problem. Then I will explain how to do this one. You can use whatever the method you want, that's completely fine, but try to solve it in max 2 minutes. Okay, I hope you got your answer. All of you, please let me know whatever the answer you got there. So I will tell you how to solve this problem. Then next one you can try again after 2 minutes. Okay, so what we are going to do from now onwards is, like, I'm going to explain one problem. I will give you enough time to solve the next one. After every 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to solve that one. Okay, you are going to have 2 minutes time from now onwards, 2 to 3 minutes max for each and every problem. Try to solve it in that time and revert back to me. So see here, let us see what was given there first. Samir spends 20% of his monthly income on house rent. Okay, house rent 20%, and 25% on food, 25% on food, 10 percentage on transportation, 10 percentage on transportation, 15 percentage on education, 15 percentage on education, 18 percentage on household expenses, and he is saving the remaining. That is savings equal to 4,800. You just need to find out his monthly salary. So remember, whatever may be the problem you are solving, always take total value equals to 100. So we'll come back to this saving later on. But as you can see, everything is in terms of percentage. Instead of taking some random value, it's always better to take total value as 100. So irrespective of the problem, assume that your salary equals to 100 rupees. Why? Because I can easily calculate 20%, 25%, 10%, 15% like that. So remember, your salary always consists of two parts. That is, you are going to spend something, expenditure. The remaining you are going to save. So salary always equals to how much you are spending plus how much you are saving. So assume that your total salary equal to 100 rupees. In that you are spending 20% here, 25% here, 10, 15, 18. So if I find out 20% of 100, that is nothing but 20. 25% is 25, 10% is 10. That's why I am taking 100. You can take any number of your choice, but if you take 100, you no need to again calculate these percentages. You can directly take the numbers as it is. So out of my 100 rupees salary, I am spending this much of amount. Check this one: 20 to 45, 55, 60, 70, 78, 88. That means out of my 100 rupees salary, I am already spending, that is expenditure, 88 rupees. So what should be my savings? Only 12 rupees. So this should be my savings. But in my problem, my savings are equal to 12 rupees. But what are the savings in the original problem? 4,800. That means my problem 12 rupees savings is equal to original problem 4,800. That means my problem 1 equal to original problems 400 rupees. Simple thing. Do according to your values and find out how much saving you are getting. Compare that with original problems values to get original values in terms of rupees. So I am saving 12 rupees, but in the original problem he is saving 4,800. So my problem 12 equal to original problem 4,800. That means my problem 1 equal to original problems 400. Now I need to find out the total salary. So total salary according to my problem is 100. But if you want to convert this into original problem, multiply with this multiplication factor. So my problem 1 equal to original problem 400 means my problem 100 equal to original problems 40,000 rupees. That's my salary. Take 100 as your salary, then find out everything with respect to this 100. So I am spending 20 rupees on house rent, 25 rupees on food, 10 rupees on transportation, 15 rupees on education, and 18 rupees on household expenses. That means totally I am spending 88 rupees out of my 100 rupees. So I am going to save 12 rupees. But in my problem I am saving 12 rupees, but in the original problem I am saving 4,800. So that means my problem 1 equal to original problem 400. But I want to find out my total monthly salary, which is 100 in my case. So in the original problem, that's equals to 100 into 400, which is 40,000. Look at the problem 1 minute, then I will move on to the next one. Okay, all of you, try to solve this one in the next 3 minutes. You are having 3 minutes of time. Try to solve this problem in that 3 minutes. Then I will explain how to solve this one. Okay, I hope you got the answer. So let me check your answers, then we'll move on to the problem. Okay, as you can see here, so the question is like this. Swapna decided to donate 30% of her monthly income to an orphanage. Okay, but on the day of donation, she changed her mind and donated 4,200, which is 70% of what she had earlier decided. You need to find out the actual donation as per her earlier decision. So we are talking about salary or monthly income. So take monthly income equals to 100. But you have to do this entire problem on this 100. Later on, you can convert this value into your original rupees. So for now, forget about this donated value and do everything on your 100. So she wants to donate 100 rupees. Okay, her monthly income is 100 rupees, but she wants to donate 30% of her monthly income. That means she wants to donate 30 rupees. But what happened there is, on the day of donation, she changed her mind and donated only 70% of that amount. So how much she has donated actually? She has donated 70% of what she has did, what she wants to donate. Her monthly income is 100 and she wants to donate 30 rupees of that. But on the day of donation, she is not actually donating 30. She is actually donating only 70% of what she wants to donate as per her earlier decision. So what is 70% of 30? That is 21. I told you, like see this one, whenever you want to do, you can calculate 30% of 70 or you can calculate 70% of 30. That's up to you. In which 0 0 you can cancel, you are going to get 21. So that is what she is donating in our problem, but we want to find out everything according to the original problem. That's why take our donation of 21 rupees is equal to, so our donation of 21 rupees equals to original problems 4200. That means our problem 1 equal to original problems 200. So that's what we got still now. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out her actual donation as per the earlier decision. That means how much she wants to donate according to the first case. In the first case, she wants to donate 30 rupees, but we want to convert this value into the original values, like in terms of rupees. That's why multiply this value is to 200. Why? Because our problem 1 equals to original problem 200. So this value is equals to 6000. That's how much she wants to donate earlier. I'm repeating once again. See, she wants to donate 30%, but she is actually donating 70% of what she has earlier decided. That's why I'm assuming her monthly income as 100 rupees, and out of that she wants to donate 30%, means she is actually wants to donate 30 rupees. But on the day of donation, she is changing her mind and wants to donate only 70% of what she had earlier decided. So 70% of 30 is 21. So she wants to donate 30, but she is actually donating only 21. But according to the problem, our problem donation is 21. But in the problem, she is donating 4200. So our problem 1 equal to original problems 200. But I want to find out how much she wants to donate as per her earlier decision. So according to the earlier decision, she wants to donate 30. So in the original problem, that's equal to 30 into 200. Why? Because 1 equal to 200 in our case. So 30 into 200, that means 6000. So she wants to donate 6000 rupees according to her earlier decision. Look at the problem for 1 minute, then we'll move on to the next one. Again, I will give you 3 minutes of time for the next one. Try to solve it in that time, then we'll move on to the next one, like that. Solve this one, then I will show you the next problem. Then you can take 2 to 3 minutes of time to solve that one. Okay, let's start the solution and let us see what was given there. So the price of a car is 5 lakh. Okay, it was insured for 90% of its price. Okay, that means if something happens, the max they are going to get is 90% of the amount, that is 90% of 5 lakhs. The car got completely damaged in an accident, but the insurance company paid only 80% of the insured amount. Like how much they are insuring for, out of that they are giving only 80% of that amount. You need to find out the difference between the price of the car and the insurance they are receiving after the accident. So let us see. There is this one. Let us take the car price equal to 100. We can compare it later on just by doing cross multiplication. So assume the car price as 100 and they are insuring it for only 90% of the price, that means only 90 rupees. That means if something happens to the car, the max they are going to get is 90 rupees. But after the accident, the insurance company is paying 80% of what they are insuring. So what is 80% of the insured amount? 72. That means actually they are insuring for 90 rupees, but the company is paying only 72 rupees. Now he is asking the difference between price of the car and the insured amount. For that we want to convert our original 100 with reference 100 values into original rupees. So how you are going to do that one? Simple thing. We have taken the car price as 100, but the original problem's car price is 5 lakh. So our problem 1 equal to original problem 5000. I want the difference between price of the car and the amount they are receiving. So the price of the car is 100 and the amount they are receiving is only 72. So there is a gap of 28. So that's the difference between the insuring amount and the amount they are receiving. So the actual price of the car is 100, but the insurance company is paying only 72 rupees. So there is a difference of 28 rupees between the car price and insured amount. But I don't want this price in terms of my problem, I want in terms of rupees. So I know that my problem 1 equal to original problems 5000. Now if my problem's difference is 28, what is the original problem's difference? Simply do the cross multiplication. Up by 1, if you want to write, you can write. So it's going to be 28 into simply 5, which is 1,40,000. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm taking the car price as 100 and they're insuring it for 90 rupees, but the insurance company paid only 80% of insured amount, that is 80% of 90, that is 72. That means they're buying the car for 100 rupees, but the insurance company paid only 72. So there is a gap of 28 rupees. I want to find out this value in terms of rupees. That's why I'm comparing. What I know here, I know the price of the car. So my car price equal to 100 in my problem, but in the original problem the price is 5 lakh. That means my problem 1 equal to original problems 5000 rupees. So my problem 28 equal to how much in the original problem. Do the cross multiplication, you will get your answer. We are going to follow the same pattern. Again I will give you 1 minute of time to check what was there. Then I will move on to the next problem. You are having 2 to 3 minutes of time to solve this one. Then I am going to explain that problem also, like that. Okay, look at the problem for 30 to 40 seconds. Then I will move on to the next one. Try to solve that one in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, let us see the solution. So the college election between two students, 10% of the votes cast are invalid. The winner gets 70% of the valid votes and defeated the loser by 1800 votes. See guys, if the winner is defeating the loser means by 1800 votes, the winner is defeating the loser by 1800 votes means that's actually majority. Majority means the difference between the votes of the winner and the votes got by loser. If you take the winner votes minus loser votes, then you are going to get your majority. So in our problem he is saying that 1800 votes are our majority. So let us see how you are going to do this problem. So anyway, we are talking about election, so let us take total votes equals to 100, and out of that 100, in 10% are invalid, like they are not giving the vote properly, or they are mistakenly, like whenever you got a vote like this, if you are giving your stamp here or stamp here or stamp here, that will generally become invalid. Like that, we are having 10% invalid votes. So out of 100 votes, if 10% are invalid means only valid votes are 90, because minus you have to reduce the 10%, that is 10. So you are going to get valid votes as 90. Next, the winner gets 70% of the valid votes. So winner votes equal to 70% of the valid votes, that is 90. That means 63. So if the winner is getting 63 means the loser is getting the remaining votes, that is 90 minus 63, which is 27. So if the winner is getting 63 votes and loser is getting 27 votes, then what is the majority? Majority is generally the difference between votes went to the winner minus votes went to the loser, that is 63 minus 27. So 63 minus 27, that's equals to 36. This is our problem, but we want to convert our problem values into original problem values by just doing some cross multiplication. Let us see here. So in our case, majority is equal to 36, but the original problem's majority is 1800. That means my problems 2 equal to original problems 100, my problems 1 equal to original problems 50. That means that whenever I want to convert my values into original values, I have to multiply the number with 50. So what I want to find out? I want to find out total votes casted. So in my problem that is 100, but in the original problem that's equal to 5000. I am going to repeat the problem once again, then you can have a look. I am assuming total votes as 100 and 10% invalid means remaining are 90. Out of this 90, 70% went to the winner, that is 63 went to the winner. So out of this 90, if 63 went to the winner means 27 went to the loser. Majority is the difference between winner votes and loser votes. So the majority here is 36. But I don't want to find out the answer in my problem. I want to find out the answer in the original problem. So my problem majority is equal to original problem majority. From that I can find out my problem 1 equal to original problems 50. I want to find out total votes. What are the total votes according to my problem? 100. If I want to find out in original problem, simply multiply the value with 50, you will get your answer, which is 5000. Look at the problem for 1 minute, then I will move on to the next one. Take some time, in 1 to 2 minutes, try to solve that one also. Okay, so let us see. I told you, whatever may be the problem, we are going to do in the same way. Let us take 100 and simplify it. That's it. So in an examination, Ramesh scored 30% less than Suresh. So we are comparing with Suresh, and here also if you compare, we are comparing with Suresh. So let's take Suresh equals to 100. And if Ramesh is scoring 30% less than Suresh means Ramesh is scoring only 70, and Mahesh is scoring 20% less than Suresh means Mahesh scoring 80. And before moving on, I will tell you one thing. See, if I'm asking 5 is what percentage of 10? We know that, sorry, 5 is what percentage of 10? We know that 5 is actually off of 10, that means 50%. So 5 is what percentage of 10 means 5 is off of 10, that should be equal to obviously 50%. Now my question is how you are going to get this 50%. Simply you are going to do like this: whatever the number you are checking by total number into 100, so you are going to get your 50%. So whenever you see x is what percentage of y, always write x by y into 100. Similarly, he is asking that uh, Ramesh score is what percentage of Mahesh score. So Ramesh score by Mahesh score into 100. So what you need to do, we are comparing everything with Suresh. That's why I'm taking Suresh equal to 100. Then if Ramesh is getting 30% less means Ramesh is getting 70. And if Mahesh is getting 20% less means Mahesh is getting 80. Now I want Ramesh score is what percent of Mahesh score. So Ramesh score is what percentage of Mahesh score. 0 0 cancel. You can simply write 7 by 8 into 100. So what's the value? That's equals to 87.5 percentage. Because 1 by 8 is 12.5, so 12.5, 12.8 like that, add 7 times, you'll get 87.5 into 100, it will become like that. So Ramesh score is actually 87.5 percentage of Mahesh score. Now for example, if he is asking Ramesh score is what percentage less or more than Mahesh score. If he is asking less or more, then you have to do like this: Ramesh minus Mahesh by Mahesh into 100. If there is no less or more, you have to do just like this. But if he is asking less or more, you have to do Ramesh minus Mahesh by Mahesh into 100. So he is not asking less or more, he is simply asking what percentage. That's why that's equal to 87.5 percentage. Look at the problem for 1 minute, then we will move on to the next one. Take 2 minutes to solve that one. Okay, I told you this one already. If A is 10% more than B, doesn't mean that B is 10% less than A. You have to use percentage change formula, use that one and find out your answer. If A is 10% more than B, doesn't mean that B is 10% less than A. You have to use percentage change formula, use that. I'll give you 2 more minutes. I think, yeah, we're having only two more problems. So I'll give you 2 minutes more to solve this one. Please do it and let me know the answer. So this is very easy compared to the previous one. You just need to take some random numbers. So if A's salary is 25% more than B's salary, so take B's salary is 100 and A's salary as 125. But this time we want B's salary is what percentage less than A's salary. So we are starting at B and this B is what percentage less than A. So your B is what percentage less than A. I told you, whenever you see percentage more or less, you have to apply percentage change formula. That is final minus initial by initial into 100. Now, if you see the numbers, the number is going to be 25 only. Like one is 125, one is 100. The difference is 25. But here the denominator we are comparing with A. So here in this case the denominator is going to be B. So whatever the number you are having after then, that is going to be a denominator. So this time we are comparing with A, that is initial value is going to be 100. See here, if you are going from 100 to 125, what is the percentage change? 125 minus final value, initial value by initial value into 100. That's why you are getting this 25 percentage. But this time from 125 you are going to 100. Okay, that means you are starting with A and you want to compare B. So final will be 100 and initial will be 125. So that means you are going to get minus 25 by 125 into 100. That is minus 20%. Minus means less than. So B's salary is less than A by only 20%. A is actually 25 percentage more than B, but B is only 20 percentage less than A. So whatever or whenever you see the word than, remember you have to compare the person after this word. That means that will become your initial value. If you are having B after than, then take B in the denominator. If you are having A after than, then take A in the denominator. So A's salary is 25 percentage more than B's salary, means I am taking B as 100 and A as 125. Now I need to find out B's salary is how much less than A's salary. In the previous problem, simply he is asking like Ramesh score is what percentage of Mahesh score. But whenever he see the word more or less, you have to change percentage change. Final minus initial, like 1 minus other. So A minus B, you are going to get 25 by initial value. Whatever you are having after than, take that as initial value and simply multiply with 100. You will get your answer. So that's going to be 20% here. I will give you 1 or 2 minutes. If you are having any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next problem. All of you solve this one. Okay. with this one we are going to wind up the problems, then I will wait for 5 to 10 minutes for your doubts. Otherwise we're going to wind up. Okay, let's solve it in the next 3 to 4 minutes. Take your own time, then I will explain, then we can go. Okay, let's solve the problem. Okay, the profit made by the company in the present year is 15 lakhs. So 15 lakhs is the present profit. And 2 years ago, from here, if you go back by 2 years, the profit made was 24 lakh. Okay, initially the profit was 24 lakhs. Now the profit is only 15 lakhs after 2 years. Now you need to find out percentage change in the profit. It means from here to here, how much percentage change. So always remember, whenever you want to reach some number from some number, you are going to use percentage change formula. And he is also asking the same thing. So percentage change is always equal to final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. So they are reaching 15 lakh profit from 24 lakhs profit. So final is 15 and initial is 24. So final minus initial by initial into 100. So how much you are going to get here? So you're 9 by 24, I think. So 15 minus 24, you are going to get 9 here, and then 24 minus 9 by 24 into 100. 3 by 8 into 100, and we know 1 by 8 is 12.5, so 3 by 8 is 37.5%. So there is a decrease in the profit percentage by 37.5%. So initially their profit is 24 lakhs and now their profit is only 15 lakhs. That means in these 2 years their profit percentage decreased by 37.5%. So simple thing, whenever you want to start somewhere and how to reach somewhere, we are going to use percentage change. So wherever you are reaching, that is final value. Wherever you are starting from, that is initial value. Now your profit is 15 lakhs and 2 years back profit is 24. That means you are starting at 24, so that's the initial value, and you are reaching 15. That means your final value. Now what is the percentage change? Final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. So 15 minus 24 by 24 into 100. So there is a percentage change of 37.5 percentage. That means whenever you see the sign negative, that means there is a decrease in the percentage. Whenever you see positive, there is an increase in the performance or percentage. But here we know 15 lakhs is less than 24, so obviously there is a decrease in the percentage that you can see in the minus sign. Look at the problem 1 minute, and if you are still having any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. I will wait for next 5 to 10 minutes for you to ask any questions if you are having. Otherwise, you can leave the session. So if you're having any doubts, you can ask now. Like this topic or previous topic, anything. I will wait for 5 to 10 minutes or like 5 to 6 minutes. You can ask your doubts. Otherwise, you can leave the session. Okay, that's fine, all of you. Thanks for attending the session. We'll meet again tomorrow with the topic profit and loss. Please cover percentages first, then only you will understand what is there in profit and loss. Thank you.